Master of the race, carving history, leaving a trace. Every stream a road to explore. An average hero, but so much more. So gather around, the moment's here. Buckle up tight, shift into gear. Widdowmaker takes the stage anew. Streaming live, it's Widdowmaker. Oh, oh. Speaks in the stream. Gran Turismo fuels the dream. Join the ride, the legend will thrive. Welcome aboard where the spirit's alive. Speed of the stream, chasing the apex, living the dream. Speed and skill in every lap. Even the pit crew gives him a clap. Speed to the stream, Gran Turismo fuels the dream. Join the ride, the legend will thrive. Welcome aboard where the spirit's alive. Under the spotlight, the engines ignite. Gray hair shining in the track's light. An average man with a heart so vast. Widdowmaker proves legends on the mast. Awesome dramatic engine on. Feel the thrill as the asphalt burns. Every corner a champion's turn. Gran Turismo's where he'll rule. A racing mind, the track his tool. King of the street.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. It's Sunday. It's time trial night. And where are we due to go? If it looks like I've been shot in the forehead, I have. I've had a bang. I banged my head on the extractor above the cooker, and I've got myself a little swelling. So no point in no laughing. It's all very embarrassing. However, it's Sunday time trial time, and I've just been looking through all the things at the top of the page here for the upcoming World Champs in London, and begins on the 7th of June, as you can see, and there's a few contests to do. I just had a look at the winners campaign, and I'm pretty sure all of you have got in for this. There's some credits to be won. Predict the winner of the Manufacturers Cup, and they're all Japanese drivers by the looks of it. I don't know who to go for. I'm just looking for names that I know. Miyazano would be the man for me. 16 wins from 62 starts. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be Mr. Miyazano. Can't be anybody else. Select. Good evening, Fat Man. Welcome. And then doing it so you all can see who I'm going for. That's Subaru. That's all right. That's not the best choice, though, is it? And then the Nations Cup. There's a good old spread here. So there's Miyazano, top left. Good evening, Roy Race. I would never. Mr. Gallo's got He's just behind Miazano in terms of wins. Inostroza looks for handy. Mr. Barbera is not up there, is he, in terms of numbers? Regional qualifying came first. Who do we think? Killian Drummond, Jose Serrano, Gallo, Carrazza, Guy Barbera, Mr. Inostroza. I don't know. Looking at this, I think, good evening, Silver Surfer. I think I'm potentially into double win. Did he come first in his qualifying? He did. Gallo came second. So who came first in Europe, Asia? That was Thomas Leboutle came first. Well, that's an interesting call. Yeah, let's give Mr. Leboutle a chirk. Why not? We can always change it next week if we want to before the big event, which is on the 7th. And then we're going to go and do time trial. So we've got them in. What else was there? There's a viewers campaign, and that's to watch them. So that's good. Right, let's take a look. What did we win last week? Good evening, Azza. Welcome. So in Auto Polish, we came in the top 1,000. We were originally something like 550th, which wasn't bad with a 157,657. Enjoyed that one. So we're back up to 90 million. 112 gold medals. Last week we had Dragon Trail Seaside, which we are still sat somewhere. Oh, we're still. Let's rent a car because it's easier to get there. We're still 5th on the friends list, and 5th on the friends list means 539th. So we're about where we want to be ish, kind of feeling, kind of thing. That guy who's still number 1 still not shared his fastest lap, 2/10 quicker than anybody else. But yeah, another pair of golds on their way. This time, Circuit de Barcelona in the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo. Now, I think we've used this one before on a time trial. We used it on Auto Polish. No. We used it on Kyoto. Definitely on Kyoto, yes. Let's see. Rent a special car. Let's see where we are. Oh, there's a different name at the top. Balto. Then Hayden, then Lee, 129. How far ahead is he? He's a good half second. Look, he's found a technique. Bishop, Big Bad Barry, Fat Man in 7. These two guys here, T598 users. Big Bad Barry doing well. Fat Man, then Dirt Ollie. Back 1, triple at 10. Testicles, Nando. As in 16. Hey, that's showing his skills. Aussie, Orca, Big Popper in 27. Let's see what the gold time is. Gold time's 1:29.865. Ooh, that sounds tight. It's there. Big Popper's just in, look. Just in. Yeah, Big Popper is the last one. So, there's a shout. And Big Popper's got the fastest livery on. So, it is what it is. 1:29.865. We know the circuit really quite well. Breaking points, we'll have to see where it goes. But we've got Bank Holiday weekend, Sunday night. We've got the opportunity to give it everything. Trash Control 1. Default ABS counter steer on strong. Assists we've done. Controller. Banatech DD Extreme, you guys know that. Force feedback, max torque 8, force feedback sensitivity on 6. And I've got version 3 inverted pedals, and they are kind of hard. The brake pedal moves probably a centimetre at most, and it's really quite a heavy feel. Right, now, I don't think there's much else to say here other than let's try and crack through it. There is a new time trial starting tomorrow, but we'll look at that later. The other thing with this one is that it's the no chicane, so we've got a real fast exit. Racing softs. Did I see brake balance there? No. It's got gears as well. Can brake on that black marker, I think. We're a little bit casual. Got to wait for the second orange tab to come round the corner. Get the car slowed down early, I think, is the technique we need to learn. I'd like to be able to really roll into this tonight and just get faster, keep going faster, minimal red laps. Use the curb when available. Looking for that camera to hit the braking point. There it is. This thing winds up, doesn't it? It really runs long through the gears. This is a real dive in this corner. We're a bit of a way off, but we know there's room. 132.4. Gonna look at that black marker there on the left hand side as the braking point. The torque in third gear to come out the corner there was tremendous. Gonna brake just underneath the bridge. Good evening, Tess. Oi, ay, ay, ay. Carried too much pace there, on the gas too early. Unfortunately faster, but a red lap, one we didn't want. I think I can probably go a little quicker through there by just anticipating when that second orange flash on the Arnco comes. Oof, too early on the apex. Lost a load of pace. Just inside. That's what we tried to do last time. Tess says, interesting this one. I found it easy to get gold, but frustrating to improve, so gave up. Yeah, I wasn't entirely focused on what I was doing then. Gonna try and stay off the red and whites, I think. That's what I need to do. Gonna try not to change down too many gears. I'm gonna try and come out the corners in a higher gear in an effort to just keep the momentum going. Lost the front end then. 1:31.9, so 2 seconds away. Real exaggerated trail break in there. Itchy nose. Go away, itchy nose. Just lost it on the gravel on the left. That was a shame. That could have been a bit more off. Yeah, that could have been a lot more off. Knocking nice healthy chunks off though. Caught that, bugger. Come on. Can break a little later into there, I think. They've moved those cones back on the right, haven't they? Used to be able to clip those last 3 cones and take it out. That was a better finish. 1:35, so a second away now. So 1:29.8, isn't it? So used to be able to clip those cones on the right hand side, and it didn't used to knock you off. Didn't used to make you go red. Lovely circuit, this. Used to play this in EA F1 2000, and it was in F1 2000. It didn't have quite the scenery that this does. It's quite immersive now. It didn't look like I got selected for the latest round of EA testing, which is a shame. I would have enjoyed some of that, I think. But never mind. I had a really good run in this last one, didn't I? Now we're going to knock a little bit off again. 30.2 something, there we go. But as somebody's just said, getting the gold was quite easy. Improving on the gold quite frustrating, so let's see what we can do. Well, we're 2/10 down at this point in the lap. Let's see if we can catch up. See if we can find a way back, and that'll give us a real good slow start to the lap. I braked at the wrong point there entirely. Just got to try and hold that apex for as long as possible. Ran a bit wide. Yeah, we knocked a little bit off again. So 0.3 away from gold. Look how fast he was on the outside line. That's unusual. Lost a bit of traction there. Lost a bit of traction on the curb again. I thought that was a real slow start to the lap, but it wasn't. My, oh my, that was a quick second sector, wasn't it? Oh, we gained a bit there, didn't we? That's where we made the braking point error. Possibility of gold. There it is, 129.6. Didn't get on the gas early enough that time. Ooh. Oh, that was long and deep. Baby. Two tenths down. Let's see if we can catch that up. Not too brilliant. Three tenths down now. Oh, yes. Let's go and take a look and see where we are. Let's give the people around us a shout out. 29.6. I'm hoping that was gold. 3-star ticket. Lovely. That'll be revving up for the start of the year. 29,368 potential at the moment. We are gold. Top 3,000. Nice. And we've probably just sat in front of Big Popper. Oh no, we've skipped a few, look. We've skipped a few. So Big Popper, Russ, Orca, Aussie, Logan, Rapid. We're all in the gold. Very, very good. Just above us, Gibnick Zoo, Schechter, Finelli, Mr. Finelli. Trigger, Enankuna. And then the Big's fast as Lofty. We'll just set the ghost settings up so we've got the ghost ready for when we get faster. That was 9 laps. Potentially, with improvement all the way. There's no ghost, which is a real frustration. Let's exit out. There's the ghost bug again. Good evening, Mr. Lee. Welcome. You missed it. We got the gold. Time to move on. Not true. Not true. Don't think there's any mods you can make to this thing at all. Really don't. So be interesting to see where we can get this one. What's the ghost we got there? Mercedes AMG GTR. Interesting. Let's see. There's no colour change. Don't know whether it's better to come off the corner in 4th. Maybe. It's a naturally aspirated, this one. Doesn't seem to have a battery, but it's a VGT. So what is it? Is it? It's clearly not turbocharged. Doesn't seem to have a battery indicator, so there seems to be no advantages we can gain from the technology of the car. It's got immense aero, hasn't it? I'm going to enjoy getting it. Oh, I'm going to enjoy getting closer into the ghost and watching those fins steer the car. But as said by Tess, at the minute it seems a little bit harder to get into it. I think there's a lot of cutting to be done. A lot more savage cuttery than I've been doing. See how much we were able to cut on that corner there. See if we can be blue against the time. We're red. Okay. Try and get away from that line that makes the back end twitch. Lee's been consuming the alcohol. There's no issue with that at all, Lee. You sit back, enjoy the night. No need for a drive. Although sometimes On the old simulator, driving drunk's a little bit fun. Call it an experiment. Gonna try and dive in and clip these cones as much as we can. Oh, third gear, definitely corner there. We haven't done any better. Lost it in the second half of the lap. Ride the curb as much as we possibly could. Don't want that inside line, want to follow that wider outside line. Oh. I rode that curb too high and it flicked me off to the left. Interesting. Feel that's going to have to be a first gear corner. Try and stop the car, throwing myself away from the apex, or try a different line in. Fourth gear out feels slow. We're up and faster though with fourth gear, so happy days. Come on. Down a tenth, and that was from hesitation. Down more than a tenth. This car does like to grip into the corner on a coast and roll. Yes, slug. He just took that away from me right at the end. Oof. That was frustrating. And a half. Optimal 29.533. 2 tenths down at this point of the lap. Three tenths down. Oh, I don't like that line. That makes the back end of the car swing out. Four tenths down. Nothing going right on this lap. Haven't hit an apex. We're off onto the dirt. Come on. Off around the dirt track. No, we're not. Don't know what went on there. Got to avoid those curbs or... Get off the grass. So we know that we need to be coming through the start-finish line much quicker. Because at the minute, the way we're coming through it, we're 2/10 down into the first corner. Based on what we've done in the past. Can't brake under the bridge, you've got to brake before it. I'd like to be fourth gear over the top of the hill there. I made 2/10 out of that corner. That was a super hot last section. That dropped it to 129.410. No! Oh. Tess cursed me. Tess made me think this was going to get harder. Screwed this lap up. Very, very interesting. So I'm going to take counter steer off, I think. No idea. On the crap part of the track, that wasn't it? So here's the thing. You're driving along nicely, and then all of a sudden, you come across this point where you've hit the wall. What do you do to get around it? What do you do to get over it? Some people walk away. Some people think about it for a bit, come back and do the very same thing and just keep trying over and over again, and that's what we're doing. You can see that there on the right hand side. sometimes it might be just a case of just doing something a little bit different. Hold the apex a bit longer. Don't get on the throttle quite so early. Just delay a gear change or go up a gear earlier. Don't know. We're going to have to try and find something. This is one of those cars that's going to have a little trick to it somewhere, isn't it? I lost half a tenth there. Lost a whole tenth. I delayed my throttle input coming out of the hairpin, and that seemed to be a mistake. That was faster for the Ghost. So 129.216 optimal. Oh, I missed the apex big time. Still up though. Now we're down. Lost over 2 tenths coming into there. Wider line entry in third gear didn't do it. Look how much we lost. Holy chipotle. Hmm. "20 laps in. Don't think I'm going to be able to take that counter steer off. The back end of this is fighting me all the time. See where we go on this quiet Sunday evening. Feel that we can brake a little bit later into there if we wanted to. That wider line seemed to pick up some time. Second gear this time, not third. That was better. Tried a second gear exit. Had to lift off the throttle. Tried to cut a bit more on that apex. We lost a bit. Didn't make enough back. 2/10 down on our fastest lap. I think we've got that. Now I tried to turn in at the 100. I tried to brake at the 100 rather than the black marker. Had to lose quite so much time in there. I know the short shift to 4th was probably a mistake. But I can't quite believe I lost so much time coming up the hill. Can't slow the car down there. .648, that's 0.009 off my fastest time. Look how much quicker that wider outside line was on that occasion. Had to hold that bad boy. We lost a whole fistful of time there though. We're doing alright though. There's a 1:29.1. Happy days. That's half a second gone off that time. 1:29.022 optimal. That's decent. I'm happy with that. That's a good mark of time gone. Lap 13. We made really good gains on that time up the hill into the right-hander. We also made good gains into this corner by really delaying the braking. And we were really not coming off the trail brake till we were 3/4 of the way around the corner. Carrying a lot of speed in that we probably shouldn't have been. But you can see the Ghost now charging away up the hill. That's where we gained the time. And coming off this corner, 3rd short to 4th we did. And we accelerated away. Yeah, that's a good place to stop. Let's go and have a look, see where we are on the leaderboard now. And what are we? 45 minutes in, roughly 40 minutes. We've done 68.7 miles, 1:29.0 optimal. Up into the top 1,000. Happy days. We're up to 6th on the friends list. That was a jump, wasn't it? Wow. Holy Chipotle. Ooh. .2 puts us with Hayden. 0.6 puts us with Balto. So another half second to go. So we're just pushing on up. We've skipped. Oh, we've jumped a few. Look, Big Bad Barry, Fat Man, Ollie, back one, Triple, Tess, Nando, Kian, Mickey, Dorsey, and there was Az. That's where we were looking to get to, but we script straight through up to 6th. And by looking at this, we're looking at people's cars here. Bishop has used a different paint job. I think Lee's on a standard car. I don't think he's changed anything. Hayden is on it's on the same setup, or 2 different accounts. He's got the same paint job by the looks of it. And Balto on a different paint job. I don't know what there is to change. But if we could dip into the 28s, that could see us up there at the top of the table. That would be nice. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? So, let's see what we can do. We've got best part of 2 3/4 hours to get stuck into this. If we want to, that is. Let's see if we get a ghost. We do. We get 2 of them. That ghost in front is massively ahead. I really like the line the front ghost took. Wonder how he did that. Fat Man, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you for the membershiping. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. Thank you, sir. Membership is the easiest way to get everything you can out of the stream and out the channel. You can see all of those hidden videos that are only there available to members. Mostly containing accidents, crashes, spins and spills. The members are the only ones that see me lose against the PC. Against the PlayStation. So here's the thing, right? There's a couple of options and a couple of ways you can show your support. One of them is just by subscribing. One is by being a member. Another is by just turning up and watching stuff. Clicking like is also a magnificent way of subscribing. It costs you nothing. Thank you, sir. There is another way, and it's called concentrating on taking the corner rather than thinking about what's coming out my mouth. There's a way you can donate cash down there. It's super cash or whatever it's called. Now, personally, I don't think that's the best way to support me. Even though it's blooming lovely that people do hit that button and send me cash. It's a big announcement that comes up on stream. Now, here's the thing. YouTube take half of it. Anyway. But the best way to be and the best way to support me, other than just turning up, watching and liking and subscribing, is the membership. Because I can pay back to you. I can give you something for you giving something to me. So, just like Fat Man just done, and probably 25, 26 other people. And I have to shout out to all of them and say thank you very much for supporting me. Some have been doing it now, and it will be 2 years in a couple of weeks' time that I've been able to offer memberships as a thing, and there's a couple of people very close to being that 2 years. So a big shout out to everybody that supports me, and thank you very much. I want to know how that ghost got that line. That line is superb. Good evening, Norman. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Norman's another member. Anybody with a green name is a member. Lee, for example. TCR Roy Race. Now, on Tuesday, I had a bit of a moan about what YouTube tell me to do and how effective those things are that they tell me to do. YouTube has just told me that my channel now needs to do member-only streams, which would be really, really interesting to see if that had any effect. So, there may be, in the short future, a member-only stream just to see what YouTube are saying to me. And just to see what happens. I don't want to keep anything from subscribers, but I suppose I could open up your Twitch membership. I have never received a payment from Twitch, but I should do. If on Twitch you are also what they call a subscriber, once I hit a certain pay threshold, I will receive a payment from Twitch, but I've never had anything yet in 2 years, which is a shame. But thank you very much either way, Norman. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're doing it, thank you. Yeah, subscribing on YouTube is following on Twitch, and subscriber on Twitch is member on YouTube. Got a fly. What came up then? Another follower or subscriber. Thank you, Andre. Seem to have just gone off the boil a little bit. A follower of the channel has reached out to me and offered me some assistance, some help on marketing kind of things, pictures, graphics, that kind of thing. So we're going to have a chat with them again. We've already had one chat. We're going to have a chat to see what things they've come up with, what ideas they've got. And you might see sort of the front end of the channel maybe changed. I don't know as yet. We might be looking at some new t-shirts in the t-shirt range in the store. We might be looking at different designs of things. We might streamline the offering in the store, because there's quite a bit of it there. Widdowmaker merch is quite strong. Chris P, welcome to Rookie. Thank you very much, sir. There's another membership. Very much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Your support is always welcome. So Roy was, yeah, there's nothing on, there's nothing in terms of payments on Twitch for subscribing. I have the one subscriber on Twitch. It is a fellow streamer who subscribes to me. We trade free Twitch memberships. They call them subscribers over there, but because I'm an Amazon Prime member, I get a free Amazon Prime membership, and I use that every month on a fellow streamer. Hey Vegas, you struggled for silver. Well, if you just re-watch the first 30 minutes of this stream, you'll see how I got it in 30 minutes to gold. And I'm struggling to get to the top of the friends list at the moment. That's where I'm struggling. Trying to get a 28. That's what we're doing now. That's the goal. 2/10 away. But I'm sure if silver is what you want, you'll get it. Oh, I just sponged the brakes there. Dived in late. Andre subscribed a while ago and that only just came through. I have... So Big Popper's asked, have you got your Friday race review done yet? I will say it is not concluded. I have 7 individual issues raised by racers, and I'm just at the point of just making sure I've got everything just and right before I do with anything. So it is not complete, it's short of conclusion, but it will be done. I'll get it done tomorrow. It's bank holiday Sunday, I'm not going anywhere. Sunday will be the day that's done. I've got some gardening to do. I've got a list of chores from the wife, of course. So, got some gardening to do. Got a car to wash because car's going for service. Holy moly, that's unfortunate, yes. First race of the season, there was lots of eagerness. Turn 1 produced no incidents. Turn 2 produced the incidents at the Red Bull Ring. And there are 3 incidents from further on in the race. I don't want to issue penalties at any time, but as far as I've seen at this point, most of the incidents are racing incidents. But I just have to hold a caveat on that. Because I don't generally see anybody that's done anything with malice or an attempt to gain. It's mostly been door on door, bumper on bumper kind of thing, so... And I know that gets frustrating for some racers, but racing incidents are racing incidents. We can all read into what the intention was, but a couple of names came up 3 or 4 times because there were multiple incidents raised by some people. So of 7 incident reports, there are 11 names in the pie to have a look at. So all very hectic. That was a good run off turn 1. Let's see if we can... Oh, I'm trying to adjust to that 100 braking marker at turn 1. And it's not working for me. I'm going to have to go back to the black one. It is the most ever, yes. Oh, it's Sunday night. We have no Wilkie. Just bear with me, folks. We have a individual who is causing issues. We're just going to remove them. And just doing the admin thing. And now I will... I don't think anybody can see that anyway, so... restricted. Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave that up there, but I don't think anybody can see it anyway. So, good evening, J-Star. So forgive me for that small intermission, folks. My admin man is he's having a night off. Sunday every week. And I don't think we'll see Damo tonight, purely because Liverpool won the thing today. So he'll be... How can you join what, my friend? Oh, did you see how much we managed to steal there? And going back to the black indicator. There we go. Big Papa says it was definitely chaotic at a couple of times. It's difficult to make a full lap and read at the same time. Wise word from Big Papa there. I'll review that in a second. Oh, get back to the apex, you slug. Did you see how much the back end of that car stepped out? The lead ghost. Wow. Ah, too wide. Ah. So, J-Star, the way to get good laps is to follow what we call the process. Every Sunday night, I do these time trials. And what you'll see is me follow a set routine and set pattern for every single one. And we can normally get gold within maybe 30 to 40 minutes, at least within, on the majority of tests, an hour. So we have a few things that give us an advantage. We use the assists. I try and talk through it every week to show people how we do it, but effectively what we do is start off nice and steady. The Widdowmaker way is exactly right, Big Papa. We mark our braking points, we make mental notes of where they are, then we set a ghost, and it doesn't matter how fast that ghost goes, and then we try and beat that ghost. Every lap brings about a improvement. Where we don't make an improvement, we try again. And it is all about the process, the routine, the regime of how to get that gold. And I've done it for the last 2 years in sorts of ways, from making videos and showing people how to do it. But it really is just about being deliberately repetitive. Repetitive is the saying I'd use. You just repeat over and over and over again. And some people find it really frustrating. Some people find it really boring. Some people find it really difficult to be repetitive. But that's all you got to do. But I've found a happy place to be at. I've found a couple of assists that help me go faster. Even though week on week I'm told they make you slower, why are you using them? They genuinely make you a faster driver if you need them. We are up with the ghost. We're not gaining at this point. Ooh, 3 hits at the throttle there. Got that apex, but I was just too slow. Oh, I didn't get into that one. Too wide. Yeah, went red lap. Ah! But that's how we do it. That is the process. That is how it works. And then you just get better and get better. But if you join us next Sunday, join us at 8:30 UK time. You'll see it from the start. You'll see how it works. I'll explain at the start of every stream what control system I'm using. I mean, if you want to know what equipment I'm using, ask away. My no throttle or 100% throttle technique requires assists. Yeah. There are a couple of things within this sim, GT7, that you really have to learn to get faster, and it takes a little while to do it. Coast and roll is one of them. Trust on the coast and roll is a real big advantage. Trust on the coast and roll also brings you other benefits. Longer tyre life and longer fuel economy, which was demonstrated in race 1 on Friday. My favourite colour, Mr. Nash. Gareth. Is it blood red by any chance, Gareth? I struggle for a favourite colour because my favourite colours are political. So I'm a big blues fan. I love blues musically. But as a car, I can't stand a blue car. A blue car is horrible. Politically, I can't stand the colour red. But I do love red, red wine. But a car that's red is to die for. Mercedes grey is pretty good. Mercedes grey is pretty good. Big day Tuesday. Big day Tuesday. Big day Tuesday. Whoa, tweaky tweaky. Wow. Look how low we can get into that corner. I still think we can probably clip those cones, you know. Let's see what we can do. Good to see you in, Mr. Nash. I mean, to be honest, you're probably just checking up on me in here just to make sure I'm not playing DayZ, maybe. Good morning, Hayden. Chasing you down, sir. You've got a couple of great times in today on this. Ah, and below that apex. Shit the bed. No, you clip them, it gives you the red. I kind of expected that, but it was worth the test. Gonna get another red lap, I think. And look, the first time we're up on the gun. So we're into a red lap, so no dramas. If I start to brake on the black marker rather than being on the brakes at the 100, that seemed to be giving us a bit of something. No Daisy, just chilling out, good man. That's what exactly should be happening on a bank holiday Sunday. Once you've broken the kid's swing in the garden. Or zip slide, should I say. Automatic? You used automatic? That's stunning. Your wheel wouldn't shift gears. And you got those times in auto. That's tremendous. Well done, Hayden. My hat off to you, mate. That is pretty epic. Especially on an auto where you can't tune the gears. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, this time. Want a blue time. Here we go. We're in the blue. Let's try it this time. Come on. Press on the black. Braking by the 100. Tenth up. Little bit on the gas. Brake. Back on the gas. Just preempting when that orange flag comes. Again, I've lost the time there. Trying to follow that fast ghost. Really tried to clip, cut that apex. Jeebus. A real scrappy one this time. I don't think this is going to be anywhere near the 29,185. Way! No, it's not. Ooh. Can't take off the counter steer or the traction control because of that. Unplanned event. We're well down on the time. Didn't come through quick enough, but let's see if we can pick that up. It's a great challenge. We're on red lap anyway. Doesn't matter. The optimal sat at 1:29.333, so we've not gone anywhere near as quick as we did in the previous session. So Big Popper says it was definitely chaotic a couple of times. I agree with Widow though. What I saw in my review was one poor choice and others looked like simple mistakes. Yeah, and I'm really not going to kick people for making mistakes. I appreciate that those mistakes those mistakes can impact other people, but they are racing incidents. They're not done to gain advantage. They're not done to, you know, put somebody behind them. They've made a mistake, they've made a choice, and those choices are made in a tenth of a second at speed. So we don't really want to kick racers for making mistakes. Okay, if they cause an accident, cause an incident, there's another thing to answer there, but this isn't a championship league. This is a league for learners, for growers, for developers. We're not here to, you know, change the outcome of the world. But if I see something that is intentional, deliberate, misguided, then it's time to take action. I've only had to do that once so far in 12 leagues. Well, 24 leagues, to be honest. We got red lap again. Jeebus. Look how many red laps we've done. And we're pushing, we're experimenting, we're trying to find that next level of time. And we're thrashing laps, in all fairness. I was in the wrong gear there, wasn't I? We're going to go and try our own car in a minute. We've got to try something. See if there's any level of changes, and I don't think they are. How long before you were quicker with the wheel? Well, the interesting thing, Geordie, is I have never used a controller on GT6, 7 or 8. Sorry, GT5, 6 or 7. I've never used a controller. And I can't really use the controller. The other thing is, I've been driving real cars for the best part of 34 years, 35 years if you count the time that I was driving without a license as a kid. So 35 years with a steering wheel, I cannot get my head around driving with a controller. So I've never really driven with a controller, and that's probably a disadvantage. But I know controller drivers who are blooming quick. There's a particular streamer very close to the channel, Sammy Snake. He raced with us for a year or so, maybe more, before he went on to do his own YouTube thing. Pushed him all the time to try and get his own YouTube channel, and he's done it. And he's gone and set himself up, but he is a phenomenal controller driver. And he was fast when he was on controller as well. Ultimately, wheel and pedals are tremendously quick. And I won't say they are faster than controller, because somebody with a controller will come along and prove me wrong. That's my fastest lap of this session. That's horrendous. I'll just let people... I've just got to... So Geordie asked, how long before you were quicker with the wheel? I still feel quicker on controller even after having a T300 for a year. And Big Popper has actually responded to that in chat. Big Popper says, I started with the controller and saw an almost immediate improvement with the G29, then a little bit more improvement when upgraded to Fanatec. So, there's a couple of things I need to talk about whilst that conversation's taking place. So like Big Popper, I started on a G20... Well, I didn't. I started on a G25 22 years ago. And then... there we go, we're red. Gonna have a pause. Then I moved on to a G29 in... Gotta be 6 years ago. That G29... really did me well. That proved to me that I can be fast. And yeah, some people are just quicker on controller, but there's a point I'm making about that, because there's a couple of other facets that need to be discussed and need to be explained. Yeah, a DD wheel. We've had 3-4 people in the channel that have just gone. Hi, Peter Brown. Hi, welcome. GT Amiga, yeah, well pointed out. We are sponsored by GT Amiga. I am a GT Amiga affiliate. So a couple of people have just gone to the T598. Supposedly, and proven by these four gentlemen, it's a fantastic DD wheel at entry level. Price-wise, pitch mark, 500 quid. You can get yourself all in. I think it's slightly less than that, but the point I'm trying to make is I spent considerably more getting what I would consider to be top tier setup. So that's a GT Amiga rig, GT Amiga monitor mounts, GT Amiga keyboard stand. It's all set up for the PC. But I've also gone a bit further with my seating. I was on a GT Amiga seat. I'm no longer. I've gone to a solid rigid seat. It's made out of resin, and it's almost a proper race car seat, but it's made for bigger, fatter gentlemen. It's got my wide arse in. And big proper makes. Another point, load cell brake pedal significant, yeah. So 450, Matthew said, for £450 for his wheel. The other thing that I want to discuss, and it's taken me a long time to get around it, is the view you are choosing to use. Big Popper, for example, uses the rear view, so he can see the car in front of him. I can't drive on this view at all. That view I find unbelievable in my head. I can't do it. This view I could probably get away with, but if we're talking about reality, I'd love to use this view all the time, but it's disadvantaged, this view. So Peter's just finished the Le Mans race in the GR4s, and he's just won himself 825,000 credits. Very good, sir. Congratulations. I prefer to use this view, because the advantage is you can see where your tyres are going to hit. You can see where the centre of the car is. It is all personal preference, but it's key to what you're doing. Whilst it's personal preference that you should use a particular view, you can make so many gains from the view you've got. So some people race really well. Oh, wrong button. Skip through. So the other view is this one, the bonnet cam. There's a couple of significant streamers that race with this one. One of them being Super GT. What you don't have here is a rear view mirror, and I have to say that for me is critical. Even in a time trial, it's not important, but it also gives you a different feeling of balance in the car. You're more over the front wheels rather than in front of the front wheels, and the turning effect feels very different. And what I'm trying to explain is not that you need to use one or the other, but what I'm trying to say is you need to use what you feel right doing. I would suggest that if you're a wheel user that has never really been on controller and you're used to driving a car in real life, I'd say there's three views that you're going to work very well with. If you're a gamer that has come up through the ranks of gaming on controller on particular games, so if you've come through the gaming world on a PlayStation or an Xbox and you've been on controller and this is what you're used to, you can see so much. Again, no rear view mirror. Oh, flip's sake, wrong button. So no rear view mirror, but you can see where people are around you. And this is where I think some people gain a massive amount, is there's no subjectiveness with this. You can see cars to your left or right when you're next to them. You can actually see where you're placing the car. You can see all of it. And it must be a really good view to use. But I find it so difficult. So Big Papa says you can use the rear look button. Yeah, but I wasn't talking. What I'm trying to do is just suggest to somebody who is a controller driver or somebody that is a wheel racer is there's a real reason why people use what they use. So, I don't generally want to force people down a route of something they're not used to, but all I'm saying is there might be a better view that you've not really pushed. For me, this is cheating, this view, because it's not a real driving position and there's no car there, but it's a view I've kind of always used, so what I want people to do is use the view that makes them as quick as they can be. Some people, the speed won't come naturally. I kind of feel, I might be wrong totally, that if you're a car driver in real life, you should be quicker on a wheel than you are on controller. And I don't say that out of being rude or ignorant. Bumper or bonnet are interchangeable. Yeah. I don't like the restrictions of the bonnet cam. Big Papa says he thinks it contributes to the penalty struggles. It might do. It might do. I generally know when somebody's next to me because I can see their wheel to my right hand side. There's another quicker lap, happy days. I can see their wheel or the screen shadow, it kind of goes dark. Lee's just raised a perfectly brilliant point. Immersion is something else we can talk about. I've not even talked about VR at this point, but I can't get on with VR because of my eyes. I have a wonky right eye. And it's a different shape and it's a different level to my left eye, so currently the VR head units have to go slightly wonky on my head for them to be able to work correctly. I know I can get a set of lenses that correct it all, but it's one of those. It's just part of fact of life. I think I could be quicker in VR if it wasn't for the fact that they disadvantage you in VR by not giving you all the information. And I couldn't drive this view in VR. I have to be in car. Immersion is enough to make you want to use a wheel. Yeah, that is, again, another massive part of it. 2 laps without a red. We're on to something here, folks. We're on to something. Did you see and feel the car fighting me then? Twice it stepped out. I am aware who won the Grand Prix, yes. I checked in on that before I came on stream. I went downstairs for tea with the Trouble and Strife, and I checked on the mobile who has won. No spoilers! Wheel and VR is incredible, but still mostly play on screen with the controller. £1,000 on kit just sitting there for nothing, yeah. Yeah. Ezio Dash Pro is a function where it is running commentary on lap times, fuel, etc. from an AI voice. Oh, is that right? Don't worry, Roy. I was only joking. Some people want to watch the highlights or a full replay, and it's Sunday night. Give them a chance. That's all. Perfect for VR. That might be cool. There, Lando. I'm kind of off Formula 1 at the minute. I don't like the guy who's in charge of the FIA. I don't like the way he conducts himself, or he expects the drivers to conduct themselves. I do love a bit of F1 bravado. I do love a little bit of Max being Max, Lewis being Lewis. I love the spoilt brat fights they have. I think that's brilliant. And they're being moulded, and I think it's wrong. I think they should be allowed to be who they are. Exactly the same as removal of pit girls. I think it was a complete mistake. It's denied girls a career. It's taken away a highlight of the race weekend. It wasn't chauvinistic at all. It was girls being paid for doing what girls do best. You know, it wasn't... They're still present in other forms of motorsport. You know, why would you take that earning opportunity away from some stunningly pretty ladies? You know, it just... It went part and parcel with Formula 1. That was... And I appreciate that's probably before this guy, but... It was a mistake for Formula 1 to do that. We can cut that. I'm not... I don't like Max's style of driving. I don't like his race mindset. I don't like how he imposes his car on people. Doesn't mean to say he's not a great driver, but I'm glad to see him not winning, to be honest. I think it would be great for a battle between Nando and George Russell, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Mercedes have got the car. To be honest, I thought Ferrari would have more. But I also want Ferrari to come back with... I think for Formula 1 to come back with what they did today, and somebody's just mentioned it, mandatory two-stop. It's a bit of a lame way to try and mix a race up, because we've done that. We've done that in our league races, enforce a two-stop. And for the first 4 or 5 seasons it was great. But we all sort of telegraphed everything that happened. Everybody was running the same strategy. Kind of thing. You know, I think rather than giving them forced tyre strategies, take tyres away. You know, you get 2 sets of softs for the entire weekend. If you use the softs in qualifying, you lose the softs for the race. That's where I think they should go. If you use your softs and mediums in qualifying, all you've got left for the race is hards. Hards it is. Jeez! It's that change up. I need to come into that gear corner in second gear and stop the torque spin. If I was only on controller, I would have quit long ago. That's a big, bold statement, Lee. But I think if people want... Nah, I think that's probably the wrong thing to say. I was going to say you're more competitive on wheel, but I generally don't think so. I think it takes a lot of skill, natural talent, to be good on controller. And by good, I don't just mean being able to complete laps and get golds. I mean be able to compete with those people on a wheel. It is a skill. It's something where your hand, your eye, your brain is all in tune. And if you've got that, blooming heck, you're good. When you're racing in lobbies, you can tell when you're racing with people on controller. Just the way the controller inputs are... Oh, shish kebab. Just the way the controller inputs happen is really obvious when you're racing with a controller driver. When a controller driver is trying to get straight on the straight and you see that little tap, 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 tap. The advantages you have on controller, the ability to turn the car much, much quicker than you can on a wheel because you just throw your thumb left to right or right to left. Extreme turning to extreme turning is much quicker on controller. You can catch a slide much quicker on controller. Lee's come out with some gems tonight. I've always said you can learn to be quick, but the top players have the natural ability and you can't learn that. Yeah, that's what Sam's got. Sam's got natural ability. I have to sweat blood and tears to be quick in this game. And if I was to be put in a lobby where it was no control, no assists, I'm screwed. Because I don't have throttle subtlety to be able to manage the real poor tyre model that this game has. Aliens. It's a word we hear a lot. But they're good. They're good and they deserve everything they get for it because they do have that skill. It's like somebody who can shoot 500 at golf. They might spend hours on the range and they really do put in time and effort, but they do have natural talent that goes with it as well. Ah, you bad boy. Can't get anywhere near that 185, can I? Really can't. And we're red as well here. Oh, son of a bumpkin. Yeah, there was a real taming of the GR3, wasn't there, just recently? I wouldn't normally be able to drive something like the AMG 20 because it's always been a twitchy car to me, like the Subaru has, the BRZ. The BRZ in English, sorry. But Lee says, I've only literally just learned to do this game with no assists. And then the latest GR3 nerf has helped with that. Yeah. Oh, you're having a giraffe. What was all that about? First gear, maybe? Not much crowd, is there, today? Look at them. Count the spaces. Did I cut too much and we're going to go red lap again? No, we're good. And we're up on time as well. We got a good run through there, so let's see what we can do. Good night, Roy. You take care, buddy. Have a good one. Who said that? I'll only use a wheel for anything faster than a GR3. Okay, that's interesting. Ah! Really trying to find those fine lines. Good evening, Omega. Welcome. Omega says, I'm still learning how to throttle control without any assist, except default ABS. Oh, okay. Okay. That's fair dues. I might have to do a video thing on how Widdowmaker goes from 2 assists to no assists. No. No. Maybe. Golds with no assists. Bronze with no assists. No. Doesn't have that ring to it, does it? I'm always trying to suggest that I'm the average racer and that this is how I do it. I don't know if that comes across. Oh, yeah, average, all right, Widow. That's what they're going to say. Average. Repetition, repetition. Lap number 55. It's probably more than 55, actually. I think there was a 13 lapper in there as well, so this would be 68. Best give it one more, I'll have to owe her one. That twitch on the curb just unsettled the car enough for me to lose a whole 10th. Ah! Wow. What's your prediction for the GT World Series? I've gone with the double Japan for Subaru and Takuma Miyazano. Well, I did go through it at the start of the stream, and I was going to go for a double Japan for Subaru and Takuma Miyazano, but I did go for Miyazano in the first one, the whatever it was, and I went for... I can go and show you. Let's go and do that. No, I don't want to come out of this just yet. But I went for the guy that beat Gallo in the qualifiers. But I think you might have a good shout there for Miyazano. Definitely. I think he's a good racer. He's not that good at the human comedy stuff, but he's certainly good at the World Series stuff. And I mean that tongue-in-cheek. Miyazano always seems to go for that 3-stop and Lego, and he won't listen. My optimal has now just dipped to faster than my best. Oh, I just had to save that bad boy then. No! It was coming together. I wouldn't think that was actually going to be close, but I thought it would be. Right. That's completely blown my brain, so let's go and... My best time was a 1:29.7 in all of that. 29.041 optimal. And I think... When did I can't seem to move the cursor about to see the laps, can I? I can't actually scroll up and down, can I? Don't know. Never tried before. Won't do anything. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So in 9:41. Sixth place. Has somebody jumped above us? No, sixth place is where we are. We're 2/10 from second, and that's what I'm trying to do. But let's just have 2 minutes out. It's 10:15. So we've been at this an hour and 45. So we got gold an hour ago. Try our own car for a bit. Let's just have a look at what we did. Let's see what we did for the winners campaign. Let's just correct myself so I can remember the name of the guy that did it. Thomas Laboutley. That's what we went for. But I did go for Subaru and Miyazano. So what I thought was really interesting, change prediction on there, was for some reason they put Asia drivers against all of these. And I don't know why. Why would they have put Asia drivers against all of them? Is it a Japan only series? I don't know. But I went for Miyazano, definitely. We did. And then with Thomas Laboutley. So let's go and find my owned car. Where is it? Well, the easiest way to do this is to do it this way, isn't it? Wowzers. I'm hot. Hotter than hot. Baby. That one. Select from garage. This one. Racing softs. There we go. I'm going to come out again, but I'm just going to go now and double check that you can't do anything to this thing. Just going to make sure that it is 0 mods. Because if you can put wider wheels on it, It's probably going to help. Maybe. If you can put bigger wheels on, probably help. Don't know. Don't know what this VGT is restricted to. So these are all part of the options that we have. GT Auto, yes. This one. Wheels. Owned wheels equipped. Standard 2122s. There are no other wheels that fit then, maybe. I'm guessing that you can't change wheels. You can't change wheels. Display compatible only wheels. Oh, yep, right. This is getting repetitive. Somebody's going to say, aren't you? You can't change the wheels. Nope. Nope. That's it. So, I think we've confirmed there are no wheel options. There's no custom parts, there's no racing items, there's nothing else. You can't change anything. The only thing you can potentially do is change the ride height. But that'll get reset, won't it? So, you can put a different livery on it, I would guess. You can probably... Not... Oh, you can't, because it's not available for the car. Right, so there's absolutely chigger all that you can do for this thing. There's nothing. All you could do is put a livery on it. There's nothing else. So, it doesn't matter whether you use your own car or another one. You cannot do anything to it. That's it. So, it makes no odds whether you use your own or whether you use a double one. No issue at all. You're just doing it for props. Or a different colour. Which would be interesting. Should we do that? That's a great idea. Let's go and use our own car. Let's see if we can. At the minute, our Ghost is radically quicker, isn't it? So. What should we use? Something gaudy. Red car and a blue car. It's going to have to be red at the back then. Red car and a blue car had a race. There we go. Marlboro cigarette brand. No, not on my channel. We got something red at the rear. An all red car. Is there an option? Popular tag. No, there's no colour. Can't choose colour, which is a shame. Needs it to be red. There we go. Whoever you are, thank you for the red car. Beautiful. We'll give you a like, a repost, and add it to collection. Now, I know there will be people out there that don't know how to add a livery. So we're just going to do that now and show you how to do it. You watch me not do it. There it is. The red one. That's pretty tidy, that look. Sponsored by Fanatec. There's no blatantly obvious mistakes, is there? He's got 2 suspension things on there, or 2 tyre manufacturers. I wouldn't have thought so. It's black at the rear anyway, isn't it? Sparco, Recaro. Nah, he's doing alright. OZ. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Why has it not happened? Because I didn't apply style. That'd be why. Nugget. There we go. See, that's how you don't do it. So we're going to put a red livery on. We're going to go and try and chase that bad boy down now. And we will try and get it improved. 0.2 of a second is all we're looking for. And it shouldn't be that difficult, he says. Shouldn't be that difficult. Making it hard. That's what we're doing, baby. Come on, let's go. I was trying to work out how I set my ghost then. So 129, 185. That'll be a blue ghost. It seems to be accelerating away from me already. I like his tighter line. I've said that a lot, haven't I? That was close. Oh, done it. 155. Happy days. First time out in the red car. We pick up a new fastest lap. The red car and the blue car are certainly having a race. And that was a whole car length in front. At this point, wow. I think Lee's right. Officially, the red car's fastest. Looks like they did. Too slow in the apex there. The difference there was the little bit of the slide that the blue car had. We were very slow into there. Scientifically proven red cars are faster. Absolutely. Except in the Subaru Evo department. The blue car has always been faster. Well, let's get that saved. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. 129, 155 optimal. 874th. And we're still in 6th. We need to lose a whole 10th to get anywhere. A whole 2/10 to guarantee being in that second place. Let's keep going. Replay. No, done that. Ghost. I think we might still get those 2 ghosts, mightn't we? If it plays the game the right way. Are we going to get both ghosts? Yes, we do. Happy days. Still got the red car and the blue car. What we ain't got is a timer. Need to get tighter. Probably like me last week, Lee. The update was really lacking in gusto. The update came at an unusual time. It said to us that we were probably receiving something special, and I know Mikey, who isn't around tonight, definitely felt there was something special coming along because it was an odd time. But and I've always been one to try and big the game up and try and say, look, it is what it is. But of late, the lack of excitement around the updates and the lack of, Geordie's saying it, content is not giving the game any real plaudits. And I don't know why there's no content. There's loads of content according to these guys that are saying there's an official release list. But nobody knows, do they? Nobody knows. And if you love the game, you're going to love it. Regardless. They call them fanboys, don't they? But it is what it is. It will always be what it is, and I try and find interesting and new ways to enjoy the game, and I try and post videos about it. And I've struggled in the last month. I really have struggled for inspirational, attractive, attention-grabbing content, you know. I've had a couple of people message me and say, you used to do lots of content on the grinds. Where's your content gone? And it's like, the grinds are ground. You know, what more can you do? It really doesn't matter about the update. The car, whether the update's affected it or not, is still going to be able to win that grind. There's a little bit of bop change, but all you need to do is just adjust the power up or down to meet, and you'll still go and whoop the computer cars. So I can't really sit and do the same content over and over again. I've just got to find new and interesting ways to express it, and that's what makes a good YouTuber, isn't it? But occasionally we all have a little bit of chaotic, I was going to say chaotic, that's probably not right. We all have a little bit of crisis when it comes to, they call it stage fright or the yips or whatever you want to call it. Not everybody has got 100% content dripping off the end of their fingertips every week of the year. Unless, of course, you just want to make drivel and trash. We're going to go back to the license tests. They are on the cards to do. Absolutely. We've got to finish those off. We've got about 70 left to do. 70 days. The car didn't seem to want to accelerate then in first gear. We're miles back. Come on, get across the line in blue. We are. This is good. We're red again. Now we're back to white. I want to see that optimal start to drop somewhere into the 28s. If it's never been in the 28s, I'll probably struggle, but... Oh, really slow into there. I don't have a braking point for that corner. It's all on sense and feel. And sometimes I get it well wrong. Because A, I've got no sense. And I've got the feel of a squid. My hands seem to be much better today. For those that don't know, I have a condition that affects my hands, that affects grip. They call it a form of dermatitis, where I have a contact dermatitis problem. I'm touching something that is making my hands dry and crack and peel. The bit that we're talking about doesn't touch the steering wheel. So it's nothing to do with the steering wheel on this car or my car or anything like that. It's just something is affecting my hands, and I've had it for 10 years. And it makes gripping the steering wheel really, really difficult. Because I bend my palm and it cracks and splits and all sorts of trouble. So I've done something slightly different with it this week. I get steroids from the doctor for the condition in the form of a cream that I put on my hands, and it'll work for 3 weeks, and then it'll stop, and it'll work for 3 weeks, and then it won't work, and it just becomes a nightmare. Well, I decided to do a little bit of experimentation and mix it with another cream, and by heck has it worked. I've got dry hands but no cracking or splitting, so I can actually hold the wheel very well today without really having to flinch or rise through the pain. So miles away, but we're having a good run of clean laps. No reds is good. Come on, Widow. Spoke too early, didn't I? Mid 130.5s. Every lap is gold there we've done. Is it? No, the 130s aren't gold. Just the first two were gold. Ooh. Why can't we use that bit of track? Why haven't they released a course variation with that bit? Yeah, had to lift. Time is it? 10:40, coming up to 11 PM Sunday night. Oh, my word, missed that. Starting to get a little bit lazy. I want to cut that apex some more. Straighten that corner up. To be honest, says Lee, the only fun part of this game for me now is you, Jim, and your friends list. Everyone here trying to make each other faster. Cheers, Lee. That really helps. Thank you, sir. That's a real good thing to say. Cheers. Makes me feel better about what I do. Oh, overshot there. See if we can keep that momentum. We can't, we lost it all. Oh, that unsettled the car, didn't it? Cutting that apex, clipping that curb. It's the truth, thank you, sir. I have to take it at face value, Lee. I do. There are 20 other people that agree with you. All the members on my channel all feel the same way, and I generally feel that every month. Every time I look at the stats and see them there, I think thank you very much. So online is still too dirty. Yeah. We've had the conversation many a times, Geordie. It is the reason this, not necessarily this channel, but the reason the group that race on a Tuesday and Friday night exists is because of the condition of the lobbies. GT Sport, before we came over to here, the lobbies were absolutely phenomenal. The penalty system was right, the penalty system worked. If you wrecked somebody, you got dealt with. You got relegated, you got penalties, you got time against you. Whether that was in terms of stop-go penalties or whatever. About 6 weeks before we came over to GT7, the penalties changed. And it gave everybody to the one who punts or pushes off the track or, you know, puts you out wide in a corner. Anybody that did that just doesn't get penalised. And nothing has ever changed in GT7. It's been exactly the same since day one. And it's made lobbies an absolute fun for all. It's a shit show, to use a phrase that we don't use very often. And it's all to do with the penalties. And that's GT7's fault, not the racers. GT7 lets people do it. We were a tenth up then. We blew it. 590. We've got to be half a second quicker. Probably not the best way around that corner, but I haven't really found any success through that corner in the last sort of half hour. So oh, blew it a tiny bit. Still haven't worked out whether it's third or fourth gear over that hill. I'm trying to beat those ghosts in front, but I'm also racing the clock time. Down, 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 down. Come on. Not good. We haven't made any progress for a little while. Came all the way out of there on the gas. Can't usually cut that much on that right-hand curb. Holy Chipotle! Yes! Whoa! There's the target. I'm just taking that in. A 128.940 optimal achieved. And I can tell you where that was picked up. Top 500. Happy with that. Second place. Exactly where I should be. Not first, because that is a long way off. That was done on the exit of turn 2. Maintained that gap from turn 2 all the way through to the last corner, and then from the top of the no chicane managed to dive in, cut the apex, keep it in 4th gear, got it into 4th gear for the final corner, went through that final corner and gained point 2 there. That unfortunately for Hayden just pops me top. That's 2 in 2 weeks. Oh wow. Good evening, Doug, welcome. That, yes. Happy with that. That's where I want to be. That's where I wanted to be when I said a 28 is possible. Oh, yes. Now, if only I could see that against my ghost, that would be tremendous. But I do have to make a convenient exit at this point and just nip to the gents. So we've got about an hour left of the stream. What more can we do, I wonder? But I'll be back. 2 seconds, gents. Good stuff, Big Popper. That's all you need to do, my friend. That's all you need to do. So, Big Popper was... You've made more than gold, sir. Look at that. You were up where I was. But Big Popper was just inside. 129.8, I think it is. So, two more people have got gold tonight. Az has dropped down 2. That would suggest that that's me and Big Popper that's jumped above Az. Az was in 16th. But I'm really quite cool with that. It's 128.9. Wow. Let's I've done that, haven't I? 491st. I guess we have to look to see. We're at the bottom of that one, aren't we? Az has stopped. Oh, you've stopped. Okay. Okay. It's, the gains were getting on the gas really early out of 2. That's where I made the massive gains. So, Gigi, if we do one more. Alright, so Big Popper was close to losing gold. Yes, you were. I like the 128, but I'm not going to work that hard. Yeah, the 128 would be good, but look, even with 0.002 of a gain, I'm tied with Babe Station. Babe Station got that before me, so they get that place. But even a tenth, what would a tenth be? A tenth 940, so we're looking for 840. It put me in the top 400. So, it's only an hour. It's only an hour. Az says he couldn't get a lap in, so went faster on Fisherman's Ranch. That's epic, my friend. Epic. Damn right. Take ton. Oh, okay. Well, again, Big Popper said something there. I'll take top 10 on your list. Yes. Top 10 on my list is really fast. And if you think there's a couple of other people that are normally around that fit in that top 10, that is a quick top 10, you know? So, can we see, there's Tidgeny. He's a 27.7, so he's a whole second and a bit faster. There's Key, faster. Sammy says he hasn't been racing a lot recently because of his new job. He's putting hours in and that's taking predominant. So there's Tidgeny's second account. There's Sammy, 124 or 128.4. So he's half a second quicker. And that's about where Sam is. That is Sam's speed. He is tremendously quick. So he would be number 1 on our friends list, and we know that. That's not something to shy away from. That's where it is. But let's see what we can do. We've got 40 minutes or an hour left. Let's see if we can make some gains. Coast and Roll has got to be employed more. I've got to trust it. Red car is behind the blue car. And the red car took the outside fastest line, look. Red car still behind at this point. Shit the bed. say that too often now. As far left as you could be entering T1. You can go further over to the wall. Okay. We came through the line very quick there. So you can go right over. All the gas, no lift, and I spin it. Wow. To be able to go over that little bit more will open up the entry. That's very good. I'm going to see if I can work the coast and roll a bit more. This corner here especially. Take that clip on the right hand side a bit more. Didn't get that exit right. Double attack on the throttle. Optimal 129.382. That was the first lap, wasn't it? Yeah. Trying to give it the beans too much through 2. And I'm missing the apex on 1. If anybody's frustrated with me doing all the laps, I'm purely doing it to get practice in. Making every lap count, whether I spin on it or not. Or twice on it, maybe 3 times. More of a late apex on the hairpin. Hairpin. Which one of 3 hairpins are we referring to, sir? Hairpin left, hairpin right, the longer, faster hairpin. That's not a full lift, that corner. Can't hit that apex. Left, the last half of the track. Ah, that one, yeah, okay. The license test, yeah. I do feel I've got a little bit more braking room in there. Let's try and... my favourite. Yeah. So we normally brake, and I'm going to do it here, we normally brake That thing there, that, I believe, is... It's like a camera pole or whatever it is. But that's my braking point. As soon as that disappears past, that's where I'm braking. Good evening, Sammy! And I've got to try and brake. Dab of the brakes. I just spoke about you, Sammy. We just went and looked for where your time was, just to see how much quicker you were, and you didn't fail to impress. Yeah, that's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Back to the start. Got to get the car into that corner. But it's the relearning thing. That's the line we want. And as we know, going out wide here is a problem. Don't know why it does that. That's just frustrating. So Sammy said he had 30-40 minutes on stream Thursdays. I think I did a 28.4. You did a 28.495 or something around there. It only took 40 minutes for me to get the gold. And then I floundered about for an hour until I chose my own car, put a skin on it, and then blew past my gold time by 0.6 of a second. And then I've just knocked another 0.6 off now, so it's not been easy, but it hasn't been a challenge. I've enjoyed it. It's a challenge. Just trying to change things to try and get that bit quicker, trying to change lines to allow a better entry and exit, and then I'm just cocking everything else up now. But as I shouted out, to be within half a second of you is probably as good as I can be, and then it's just doing things like that, which is giving up halfway through a corner, which is quite bizarre. But I don't know why it's doing it where I should have loads of grip. It's just braking free. But that's me with my zero throttle compensation. But yeah, it's been good fun. I've enjoyed it. The back end just wants to go. Counter steer doesn't seem to want to work. Probably want to do that in second. But then I try and change something, and then the next corner the car changes completely. Wasn't on the throttle early enough there. But then I've come through. Well, my last lap's been rubbish, wasn't it? That's would be why. Again, car just didn't go into the first corner. Putting the car out wide to the left has just unsettled me completely. I can't fathom that at all. Gotta keep practicing. There's a strange bounce just as I'm about to turn in to come back across the curb. And I'm guessing that I probably should only put one set of wheels over the curb. But frustration. Shouldn't be frustrated at 11:06 PM though. Top 500's alright for me. It sort of is where I am. Wow. I found that. I think the bottom end of the car is so low that if you run over a sausage at all, it kicks the car off, so you can't cross those sausages. Here I want to cut more. There's a 10th there, I think. There's definitely another 10th in these two last corners. Coast and roll works very, very well. We weren't as fast across the line. I'm going to try and straddle this curb. There's that kick. I'm miles off. Yeah, changing turn 1 hasn't worked for me at all. It's upset my rhythm. I'm gonna go back to what I knew. Got in here is massive. Don't cross that curb. Ghosts have disappeared. Don't know why the ghosts have disappeared. Don't know why the back end stepped out there. Weird. Ghosts have all gone. Got no ghosts. That's the first time that's ever happened, and I've... My normal control, I have a ghost button, and that's not working. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. I thought the ghost disappeared on the last lap, but I thought that's because I spun off. Yeah, so... No real gain there, need a drink. We're going to kick all the way out. What we do know is that the blue ghost, which is a 1:29.34, is actually faster. Go straight to your ghost setting and toggle the show ghost buttons. What? I was pressing the toggle ghost. I pressed it about 50 times. They've stopped working. I've pressed it about 50 times. So the ghosts have just disappeared for whatever reason. It's a bug. It's a bug. It's a bug. We know it is. They've never fixed it. It's been about for years. As many years as this game's alive. Probably the PlayStation being too hot. Because it's like an oven in here. We don't have a blue ghost no more. Your actual ghost settings in the assists. I don't know. Your actual ghost settings in the assists. They're already there. I really don't know what you mean, Big Papa. They're already set to on. Or do you mean just come in and twiggle them and then they'll work again? It's definitely a bug. Regardless, definitely a bug. They haven't fixed it. Just like they haven't fixed penalties in lobbies. Ugh. Fourth gear's rubbish. The actual cut lines on this race must be... Trying to do that later apex always results in a spin. I've tried it a few times earlier and it doesn't work for me. Different driving techniques, people have them, that's for sure. Missed that apex, didn't hold it. I know you wouldn't lead me astray, I just don't understand what you're trying to tell me. It's very difficult on text sometimes to interpret what it means and where it is, so it's easy enough just to quit and start again. Oh, you slug. That took some fighting. Car didn't want to turn in then, it sort of leapt into that corner. I think I must have come off the brakes and the car sort of released a bit as I hit the gas to go up the hill. Come on. Trying to get 2 laps where the car feels the same. Very tricky. When I pause to quit, I'll see the settings button. That one. Go into ghosts there. I didn't know there was a ghost settings there. Didn't know. Never clicked that before. And you mean just toggle these? And they come back on. Still a bug. Thank you, Papa. I've never used that menu before. I was 0.04049 up, exiting the corner, then immediately I was up. I was down. Shocking. We'll try it next time they Foxtrot Oscar. Not quick enough. Optimal's down to a 281 though. In only 6 laps. Ah! It's a shame. Lost all that time coming out of there anyway, didn't I? Really frustrating. We're alright. There we go. It's close. 909. Happy days. Improves and improve. It's all about coming out of turn 2, getting turn 1 right to give you the exit from turn 2. We made those gains right early on in the lap, and then we're just able to maintain it. It's only a tiny gain, but that's going to take us to 480 or something like that. What I've got to do to get faster is to start to go into the corner in the gear I want to come out in. Some of these corners I'm going in first, coming out in second, and I'm putting 2 extra gear changes in. And those gear changes are causing issues. Optimal 128.902 there. So 461. So the gains are there with a little bit of perseverance. That's the end of my drink. 461. Almost a tenth quicker than average dad. His second account is actually... No, is it? I don't know which is his first account now. But 461. We're going to the big board to see if there's what about. So if we were to get an 8, that's 450. There's half an hour to try that. So there's a couple of corners that I'm definitely going in a different gear to the one I come out in. And I want to be in the right gear. So let's talk about that. See if I can make some gains. I've got the fastest Ghost. Yeah, I have. This one needs to be 4th. Definitely needs to be 4th. Thank you, Lee. Oh, what did Big Papa say? When they disappear on me, I do that and they come back. Then you won't have to re-establish. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Is stop losing that delta. I know when I've got that corner right because I'm right on the back door of these two. The car was riding the curbs then, I had no control. I think that needs to be fourth as well, and I need to carry the pace through the top of there. Trying to do that later apex. This has to be second gear, it can't be first. So trying to go earlier, longer on the throttle through there. I want that to be third gear. This one I want to be second all the way through. Cutting out unnecessary gear changes. Second gear for me here. That needs to be fourth. How did it go from red to blue? Didn't do anything tremendously impressive through there. Okay. Oh dear. I gave that the beans way too early coming out of 2. Oh yeah. The car just doesn't seem to want to rotate if I get the car in the gear I want it to be in. So what that tells me is I'm on the throttle too much on the exit, and I need to wait for the car to come round on the coast and roll. I believe that's what I need to do. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Let's have you. For some reason it dived into that corner. Maybe gravel on the tyres, sandy tyres, maybe. This would have been a much harder test on racing hards. And I don't say that from a point of view of... obviously it would have been harder. It would have been slower. But the times would never be this. But it would... I guess it would teach you more on the hards to get the car into the corner and to try and find the grip. To allow the car to go faster through it. When I try and get the car to really go into the corner, I'm always late. And I just can't get the blooming thing to turn. So the thing we have to do here is slow the car down early. Not too slow, just slow the car down, get it stable, and then turn the car into the corner and it will go. Coast and roll that bit faster. I concentrated on trying to get the car through the start-finish line faster then, and it kind of worked. Got that completely wrong. I haven't got any memberships to give away for this month now, have I? That's a shame. Sunday night's always a good night to do them on, but there's 4 Sundays on a month, and I've only got 10 to give away. So let's see if I can get an 8. Come on. Oof. Just chewed a bit too much of that corner. The curbs definitely do unsettle the car, don't they? They definitely do. That left-hand corner in the apex of that hairpin just throws the car. For what you see visually, the curb doesn't look like it's going to give you that much bounce, but I guess what I'm not... Ghosts have gone again. So Big Popper says, go to settings, go settings, toggle them, carry on. No ghosts. It obviously says you're not good enough. You don't deserve to have ghosts. They're not even on the overhead. It's a no good. It's a game, it's a bloody broken, eh? It's rubbish. It's frustrating. I've only done 5 laps. How am I supposed to do 86 laps and get a gold? Don't worry about it, Big P. Their coding is not your problem. Hide show, I'm hitting that button now, there's nothing there. It's a bug, isn't it? Let's see what we can do without a ghost. We've got the time to race against, haven't we? The time is ghost enough. I get lots of inspiration from the ghosts in terms of positioning, braking, acceleration. They're very useful for my technique, my style, my process. Just ran out of ghosts they needed to fit. Probably right, I've probably done 100 plus laps. They're probably taking a gentleman break, aren't they? See, I should have been fourth there, shouldn't I? I won 30.202. It's not very good. I blame that about having any ghosts. I was 0.2 further off there. 29.4 without a ghost. Still gold. Hey. But folks, that is about all I can manage tonight on that thing. The ghost thing has just done me there. 29.4 fastest lap. 462nd. Second in the friends list. That makes me feel kind of good. Some of these guys appear really quick. You know, Balto we've not really come across before. He's never... I don't remember him being up there, but maybe he is. Maybe he should be. Hayden is always floating around the top of the tree. There's a couple of other people missing from that list. You know, the ones that do the time trials and the license test, they're not in there. But Lee's very quick. A no assister kind of guy. Bishop, always usually around the top. Big Bad Barry, as we know from the racing in the leagues, he's very, very quick. Fat Man, coming up and strong is Fat Man. He's just got his new wheel and he's starting to show real promise. Dirt Rolly has always historically been there. Big Popper, one of the greats, always been around there. A bit like me, floats around a bit, finds the time, sometimes can't feel it. Back 1, 420, pretty decent drivers. Testicles was on tonight. Matthew says can't get any faster. Coast and roll, Matthew. You are a stud muffin away from a 129.0. And then Nando, he's just come back to racing with us. He's a very quick racer of the VR type. As only got pumped down tonight. Don't be disappointed with that. As that 129.4 is just an adjustment away from being a 129.0. And there you have it, folks. That's going to be it for me tonight. I think I'm hotter than hell. We've done 3 hours, 3 and a bit, and hopefully that should see you into the Monday morning for those who, or the Sunday afternoon if you're in the US. But my left thumb is just split, so I'm just calling it there. Thank you, Norman. Appreciate it. But folks, have a lovely Monday. For those of you in the UK, it's a bank holiday, so it's a public holiday. Have a great day. He was a beast in race 2. Geordie's put in 160 miles and can't get gold. That is so disappointing to hear. But keep pushing, keep pressing, keep doing it. And we go from there. So, what was... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was just about to say. 12 days left. Maybe there's going to be an update. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there'll be another update. But yeah, 11:45. I'm going to call it there. Thank you, folks. Have a great one. Enjoy the week. It's holiday in the UK. So for all those people in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday Monday. I was thinking about streaming tomorrow night for the Monday, but I know I'm probably going to be struggling to get back from the south of the UK tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. I need to be up early to go to the south of the UK on Tuesday. So I don't really want to be on mega late Monday night, but I'll get a video out and you can all see it. But have a good one, folks. All the best. Good night. Take care. God bless. Don't usually say that, but there we have it. Good night.